We are live. Welcome to the MicroConf YouTube channel. I'm your host, as always, Rob Walling, and I just wanted to pop in here with a quick live stream today. A quick reminder that our Mastermind Matching applications are closing tomorrow, Friday, February 3rd. So I want to talk a little bit today about the importance of masterminds. And, we actually already released a video a few weeks ago on this feed about the power of them. But we know that finding your crew can be hard. And we had so many requests. People would ask, how do I find a mastermind? I mean, we've been getting requests for more than a decade since I started talking about these on Startups for the Rest of Us. And about 3 years ago, we decided to start matching founders with other founders. And over the past 3 years, we've connected nearly 1,000 founders worldwide. I believe it's across 20-something countries who are building businesses with over 150 million in combined annual revenue. And one of the most common pieces of feedback that we received from our mastermind participants over the past few years was the need for more guidance, more support, and more mentorship. So after a lot of internal discussion and debate, we relaunched the program with several major updates. So the first thing, if you sign up for a mastermind, and I'll get into a minute about how that works and how we match folks, but we're going to kick off the program instead of just matching you and saying, here's a guide and go do your mastermind thing. We're actually going to kick off the program with an all hands on deck mastermind 101 meetup. We're going to give you tips, best practices, and strategies for getting your group off the ground. Then we now have a curated 3-month series of conversation topics, resources, and action items that your mastermind can explore over the first few months of getting to know each other and building up the group. You'll also have access to 2 mentor sessions in those first few months. We're going to have, per usual MicroConf, we're going to have world-class founders, world-class subject matter experts that will speak to some of the challenges that your business might be facing. And these sessions cover the topics that your business is facing or that you might be facing as a founder based on your revenue level. So we are only going to create content and topics and present those that are directly related to where you're at with your business. And we're covering topics, for example, like perfecting customer interviews. That's for earlier stage folks. Smarter hiring, which might be for mid-stage folks. Creating a marketing flywheel, which is kind of early and mid-stage. And, speaking of that, like the way we create these masterminds are based on several data points that we're going to ask you in the application. It takes like 2 minutes to fill out. But we match based on your annual recurring revenue, your team size, previous entrepreneurial experiences, your goals for your company, and the strengths and weaknesses that each person brings to the table. So we've done, as I said, close to 1,000 matches. We tend to have pretty good success, with our mastermind matching. And of course, there's a 1-year rematch guarantee as well. So there really is no risk to you. If you are a founder who has already hit at least 500K in annual recurring revenue, you can join me and my Tiny Seed co-founder, Einar Volset, for a monthly office hour where we will dive into topics that, the ones that can truly move the needle for your business. It's going to be a Q&A, an open Q&A, talking to Einar and I, who are literally seeing more than 100 startups, SaaS companies in depth through Tiny Seed. And we are seeing, we have short cheat codes or shortcuts that we see people using to success, to great success and sometimes to great folly. And so having an hour with Einar and I for the first few months of your mastermind, I think is incredibly valuable. I don't do one-on-one consulting. This is like the only opportunity really to be able to, kind of pick our brain on all things SaaS, enterprise sales, pricing, M&A, whatever you want our opinion on. We can actually answer it on it'll be a very small group call that we can dig in. So if you're over 500K in ARR. If you have been a longtime listener of the pod, Startups for the Rest of Us, I think you know that the small bits of advice can save you weeks or months and really move the needle in your business. So I am all in on what it is and the benefit of being in a mastermind. I've been in several masterminds over the years. I'm still in one currently that has been going for 13 years. And the reason that I have been a longtime proponent of masterminds, I believe I went and Googled the first mention of it on our podcast was, I think it was 2013, but I know I talked about it before then. So it's like literally a decade that I've been espousing this. Just realize you don't have to go it alone when building your SaaS. And if you feel like having some compadres along on the journey with you would be helpful. I certainly think it would and would recommend it. You can head over to microconf.com/masterminds to apply. Applications close tomorrow, Friday, February 3rd. So this goes live on Thursday. It's live streaming now, I suppose. Thanks, producer Ron. The thing I want to underscore is if you miss out on this application matching period, it's going to be several months before we do it again. I believe we either ran 2 or 3 matches last year. And so if you miss on this one, you're talking 4 months, 5 months before we're going to do it again. So I would recommend, if you're on the fence about it, don't hesitate. Head to microconf.com/masterminds to apply. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments or head to microconf.com/masterminds. And there's a link there where you can contact us. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.